Hello, hello everyone. How you doing? It's so good to have you here. We have some minor technical difficulties, but how is life without having some minor technical difficulties, right? But we're here, we're good, and we are so happy and so glad that you're here. Let me turn this down because I don't want to hear myself double. I mean, hearing myself once, it's enough. We're so happy that you guys are here. We want to spend some time with you and we want to say how much we appreciate you, how much we thank you for being with us. It has been the first virtual mission week ever in the life of the ministry. Special circumstances bring special things in the life of the ministry, and you were with us since the beginning. Remember when you're here how everything goes from digging the foundation all the way to building the house? Well, that's exactly what happened, and we try to show you exactly that, exactly when you were here, how it feels with all of that. And for us, let me tell you, it was fantastic. It was really good. Just working behind scenes and trying to figure it out, everything with Colleen and getting all the videos together and everything that we needed. It filled our hearts because it's been so sad not having teams around us. And this was like bringing you closer to us, bringing you to us in such a way that we felt that you were here with us every step of the way. So we are so happy. And as you can see, I put the corn a little early because it takes a little time to cook, and some of these things are coming along already. This is what we do, by the way, with the teams when they come. Not with everyone, just with the ones that we really like. No, I'm kidding, right? Yes, I'm kidding. We invite everyone to come, and we invite everyone to be here with us, and it's a joy to have you here at the end of the week, just to wrap up things and to bring you here and to enjoy a good meal and fellowship. Spend some time with you and what we have right now. Let me show you before we begin with anything how we put everything in so you can have good corn and good elotes. And this is a special thing. Colleen is going to tell you a little bit about how to grill the elotes, how to prepare that. Sandra is here. Sandra's been working with us in the administration of the ministry for around 2 years, and she's going to show you, besides accounting, she's really good at making a dip that is fantastic. It's really good. So she's going to show you exactly how to make that dip, that famous dip, and then we'll talk a little bit obviously about the ministry and the families and everything that you like to hear. But thank you so much for being here, for joining us with this. First, the corn. This is the way you get it at store, and all I do is just to clean up a little bit because you don't want all these things to cut into the fire. And obviously I always cook with charcoal. Why? Because I'm a little crazy and I like the flavor that charcoal brings. So you just clean it up some, you put it straight on the fire. You want the corn from looking like this to looking like this. See? You know what we're about to eat. It's not fair, right? But all the corn is kind of getting ready. I put it earlier just because we don't want you holding on us because these things are not ready. But the next thing that you want to do is you want to get your Mexican blender. If you don't have a Mexican blender, you don't know what you're missing. This is just great to make salsas and to make guacamole and to smash your fingers if you know what you're doing. This is great for that as well. And let me tell you what I do. It's, if you can see here, I already put some jalapenos. You need 4 jalapenos and 2 serrano peppers. Why? Because I want this to be a little spicy. If you don't want to be that spicy, you can take one or two, or you can put whatever, but this is kind of the amount that we like for it to have some flavor. What you want is to make a little cut like that in both of them, because you don't want this to burst in your face. That would be pretty bad. So, and those goes straight on the grill, and this grill is always good. You want 2 tomatoes. So, I'm gonna put tomatoes. You want jalapenos like this to look something like this. Oh, this is gonna be epic. So, then you cut onion. I would say kind of like 1/2 inch, something like that, just round shape. You want to put it on the grill as well. You want the onion looking like this, something like this. If you want something like that, this is ready to go. All I added was a little clean water, and it's already yo. So whenever things are getting ready, you want to start with the onion to smash things up. That's always what I do. Then we come to something very special, which is the beef. The beef. Let's see. I feel like I'm on a food show instead of a faith ministry, but
You are.
oh, we are, right? Every time that you come to the ministry, it's not just the work. Oh, forget about the building of the house. It's the tamales, it's the gorditas, it's the chalupas, it's vitamin T, because everything starts with it. Tamales, tortas, tortillas. That's why you tacos, exactly. That's your vitamin T that we need so much. This is the what's this? Ribeye. Okay, yes. Ribeye, and it's kind of like a little thick. It's like 1/2 inch maybe. And what I do is very simple. A lot of people have been asking, how do I marinate this? And this is very simple. And of course I forgot limes. If somebody can go inside and get me another lime, that would be fantastic. Thank you. So I use this kind of lime. It's just very simple. And you want to rub it in a little bit. And you want to apply as much as you can on each side. This is going to look great.
Yep.
You don't want to do that. And if you do that and people are watching you, you don't want to pick it up and use it again. Don't do that. So, thank you, Sandra, for bringing me another one. So, who's joining us? You know?
Let me go check.
In the meantime that Colleen is checking, you want to add salt, just plain salt. Right here, a little bit in each side.
We have Leanne.
Leanne, how you doing?
And we have muchos amigos de México.
Todos mis amigos de México, ustedes lo hacen mucho mejor que yo. A rato van a tener que decirme cómo. Pero por lo pronto les mandamos un saludo y un fuerte abrazo. That was my way to say Mexico. I'm sorry that I'm messing things up. They do a really good job grilling, and I'm apologizing to them. And this is how you want it. So the beef is ready, and we need to begin putting the beef in there. I already marinated some. You want it to look just like that. It's been like an hour since I marinated this, so this goes straight in the fire. And you may be wondering for how many people I'm cooking. It's always like this in Texas. We always try to cook a little more because we obviously want leftovers. It's not just for you guys. I wish you guys could be here with us, getting things ready and helping us out with this. So,
Aquí está el Pastor Carlos.
Pastor Carlos. Pensaba que estaba orando por mí, Pastor Carlos, pero ya veo que está siguiéndonos. Qué gusto saludarlo. Espero que todos estén bien por allá. Saludos a la iglesia. Que todos estén bien allá. Vamos al reporte del...
Sandra's going to show us how to make her dip.
Okay.
Or, right? While you've got the meat going.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to turn things to Sandra. Sandra is with us since 2 years. Sandra, come this way, please. And this is Sandra Ramos. And
Hi everyone.
she's been helping us at the office and making things very clean. She's really good with accounting and with this as well. So Sandra, take it away. Show us.
Hi everyone. Today I'm just going to be making a spinach and avocado dip, but of course it's Texas style. We put a secret ingredient of Mexican crema in it,
Of course.
just to make it richer, tastier. The only ingredients that we have are the avocado, some spinach that's been chopped up finely, some onion that's been chopped up fine, and some tomato. Just somebody stole my knife. I won't mention any names. But I try to get it as small as possible. I like little squares. This goes better on a chip. Okay, and so same goes with the spinach and all the other ingredients. I try to chop them as fine as possible. So we'll go ahead and mix the spinach, the onion. I'd say it's about 1/4 of a small onion. The spinach, I'd say it's about a cup. Tomato, 1 small. I use the Roma tomato, so I'll go small Roma tomato. On the avocado, I like to cut it in half, but I slice it on the, still in the skin, so that it comes out easier and it combines so much easier with the crema. And I just mix in everything. It's already starting to look good, but just wait.
The magic ingredient.
The magic ingredient. Oh, yay! Surprise! Leave it to Sandra. So what we do is, I usually use about half a canister.
That's why it's so good.
That's why. I won't show you the calories or any of that. And you just combine it until it becomes a real nice creamy consistency. So as you're mixing it, you'll see that the avocado is also becoming smaller pieces and incorporating itself into this dip, making it more like a dip form. Then the other thing I use is I usually use about half a lime. Hopefully it wants to.
Hopefully it's not the
me.
one that I dropped.
No. Hopefully it wants to release its juice for me here. And a little bit of salt to taste. Twist, right? That's It's ready to go. Do I have somebody that will be my taste tester? Anybody?
Gladly.
Here you go.
Let's see how
Enjoy.
this tastes. Perfect.
And that's it. Here you go. We're ready. All we need now is for one of our groups to come in and enjoy this with us.
There you go.
Bye-bye.
We'll
Thank
say
you.
he.
Very
Wait,
good.
hold on.
Oh, Sandra mentioned what other chip goes well with this? Pita chip.
Oh, yes.
You use
I
tortilla.
use the tortilla chips, but I also like to bring some pita chips, and it tastes great
So
with
good.
either or.
Definitely.
All
Thank
right.
you, Sandra.
Bye, guys.
Okay, guys, things are looking pretty good around here.
Omar's here.
Omar is
He
here.
says presente with
over
a couple
here.
tigers. Un par de tigres.
I was about to wear the tiger shirt, but I just decided not to. Of course.
Leanne says Food Network from David's patio.
Well, the beef is coming along very, very well. You want to take a look how things are looking here. So the smell could go your way.
There you go.
It's looking great. A lot of you were asking, I'm going to close it down a little bit just so I can talk to you. A lot of people were asking how we did with weather prices around here. We were definitely not prepared for that. We've never seen, I mean, it's been historic. Never seen anything like that around here. I mean, not dropping to 23 degrees, so like 6 below zero in Mexico, you know, in Fahrenheit, and Celsius, and it was just really bad. We were here, Colleen, me, Sandra, this side of the border, and no electricity. And that means no heating and no cooking and no anything. Thank God that I have this that I could rely on, but just to be standing here outside for 2 minutes, you couldn't stand it. It was freezing. It was really bad. So this was out of the, just for an emergency or so. Thank God I had a little burner with gas, but it was like half the tank, so it was a little complicated. I was very concerned about the family. I was really concerned about my kids. The temperature in the house was crazy. I mean, up in the second level, it was freezing. In the first level, it was just crazy cold. So we decided as a family to stay downstairs and just to bring everything down and just try to put as many clothes that we could wear. And we spend our time like that, talking to each other and trying to get the best out of this, but extremely cold. Why am I telling you this about me and my house and the experience that we have here on this side of the border? Because we had everything. We had our blankets, we have company of each other, we had a cup of coffee we wanted, we have an extra blanket, or we could wear an extra sweater. We were fine. We were very concerned. We were fine. You just can't imagine our friends in Mexico, the people that we serve. And you have seen the houses that they have. Little piece of block, a little piece of rebar, a little piece of plywood. The wind comes through with every single hole. And the good news is that they have holes in the other side of the wall, so the wind could go out in the other side, you know? It was horrible. I asked the families that we serve how they hang in there, and they say they were extremely worried about them. They couldn't believe how cold it was. There's no official information about how many people died. Trust me, a lot of people died from that experience. But there's really no information because everything right now gets related to COVID, and obviously it's pneumonia and it's all of the above, but it's hard to figure it out. But it was extremely hard, and it was ugly. And Colleen may show you a little bit what it did to. You remember my plants in the back, and just that one that is right there in front of you. It was so beautiful, and now it's gone, and you can see a little bit. And Colleen will show you a little bit about that.
burned plants, lots of frozen burned plants, and we'll have to see how they recover.
And it's been really bad, but and through all of that, I truly appreciate you guys because everyone was sending emails, everyone was asking, calling, saying, David, what you're doing is dangerous, don't do it, and I stopped doing it, of course. Nancy hit me on the head, but you guys kept with us, sending lots of love, and we appreciate that so much because you help us to go through all of that. So thank you so much for doing that. This beef is almost ready, so I'm gonna.
While you're checking that, Jason is here from
Hey.
Myers Park. We love them.
Jason, how you doing, my friend? You've been with us every step of
All
the way
week.
this week. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, my friend, as well as many others that have been there with us. And we miss you guys so much. You guys mean a lot to us, and I really wish you could be here with us right now, smelling all this and making sure that I'm doing a good job here, because you are the master grill, man. Let me show you how to do the salsa. Sandra, you might do it. Okay. Mexican blender.
What is it called for people who don't know?
It's molcajete. It's the molcajete. It's just a stone. They say it is a lava stone, something like that. But they form this with a big, huge, and you can Google how they make the molcajete, and it's just the same stone to smash it. So you remember the onion, how it was, and all it takes is just a little push. And what I do is just grab it this way, and then you just push really hard. But not really hard, it goes kind of easy. You go around and around, and you're gonna begin seeing the onion smashing really fine. By the way, this is the main job of the president of the board. Tom Board did it for many years. Nathan Arledge, take note, because whenever you're here, this is going to be your main job, my friends. So this is something that we always put the president of the board to help us out with. And this is the way you want it to go. You don't want it all the way, but just 90% or something like that. After you do that, you want to do the jalapenos, and you want to do the serrano peppers. And what I do is just cut them a little bit to help out with the smashing. And same deal, just go, you can see the seeds coming out and the smells. What you don't want is to get that in your finger, so just try to stay away from that as much as you can until it's ready to put it in your mouth. So you go again little by little. They tie with one hand, you can go with the second hand. You really want that to be smashed all the way, because it goes really well with the beef. See? So you can see a little bit how I will go a little more just because why not? And after you do that, you want to get the tomatoes. Okay, so 2 tomatoes. And again, what I do is I just cut them a little bit. There you go. And guess what? We're going to do exactly the same thing. But the tomatoes are going to show all the juice, and you can see that it was a little dry before adding the tomatoes.
Jason thinks this is too much work for Nathan. I don't know. Nathan will have to respond.
Well, we'll see. He's gonna have to try it. You see, you can see the onion, you can see the tomatoes, and you can see the hot peppers right there mixed with all of this, and this is a very good way to get a burning sensation in your mouth. If you get really cold, as we did last week, you can make this salsa and you'll be warm,
Stay warm.
in no time. Exactly.
Forget about your blankets. Just make salsa.
Yeah, forget about the blankets. You're gonna feel that it's summer all of a sudden. The beef is ready, and this is the way you want it. So, let me turn this around and put some more, why not? The last thing you need for the salsa, it's a little salt. I always add just a little bit of salt. And then somebody stole my spoon. I'm not gonna tell any names. You just mix it. And that's the salsa right there. This is good stuff.
Yummy.
This is good stuff. We're gonna make, Alan, can you tell Luis to bring me everything for the elotes, the mayonnaise and the tajin, please?
Michelle says hi from First Presbyterian in Athens.
Hey, Michelle, how
I
you
miss
doing?
them.
Am I there or here?
You're here.
I don't say hi over here, but I need to say hi over here. I wish you could see the setting that we have, guys. We're going fancy. We have a computer over here, we have a phone over here, we have a camera in the back. All the crew is like 20 people helping us out here.
No, it's not. This is COVID.
Oh, this is COVID. I'm sorry. You're not
We
supposed to hear
promise.
that.
We promise.
We promise it's only Colleen handling everything right there.
Omar said, I will check the Mexican blender in my next visit to Best Buy. There you go, Omar.
Exactly. Alan, can you bring the stuff, the mayonnaise and the tajin?
Sure.
Bring. Sandra, can you help Alan to get the mayonnaise and the tajin, please? We're about to show you how to do the corn, and Colleen is going to be taking care of that. Just going to help a little bit with setting things up so she can leave whatever she's doing over there and help you out with that.
You ready for corn? Hey guys, it's great to see all of you. We miss you a ton. This doesn't feel the same without 30 people around here. Oh, we miss it so much. Thank you guys also so much for coming and tuning in this week with us. It was really fun for us to put that project together for you guys, and know that our staff was really excited too in Mexico to know that so many people were tuning in and watching that house get made. And we have to say we're so proud of our construction staff. Obviously, as you guys know, like, not having Angel was really tough, but they just showed up and they did such a great job of making the house just like Angel would, and having this house, if you noticed, if you watched the videos, it had a couple extra inside walls, and that's because it had a bathroom. And that's a little bit more tricky for these houses. When they have a bathroom, it's a huge blessing for the family, but it does require some extra plumbing and everything, and they just did that so beautifully. We're so proud of Mayelo and Chucky and Jose, everyone who really put in their effort on Beto of building that house. So thank you guys for watching that along with us. It was really fun for us, and hopefully we'll be able to do it again in the future. Elote time?
Elote time.
All right, guys. So if you've been here, you know what elote is, but if you haven't, or if you forget because it's been a while, this is elote, and then they're very hot. They're corn on the cob. So a lot of places, obviously in the U.S., we eat these with, Alan, can you bring some paper towels? They're fresh off the grill. Oh, here we go. So obviously in the U.S., a lot of our traditions are to eat corn on the cob with butter and salt, and that's great. But Mexico has a much better way of doing it, and that is preparing it Mexican style, and it's called elote. So what we're going to do first is carefully peel the freshly grilled corn, and you can see it comes out so well when you grill it in the husk. I know, like, I grew up husking corn and then putting it on the grill, but this is so good the way it turns out. Just be careful because it is pretty hot. And then I'm gonna start with mayonnaise. You can also start with the lime, but I'm gonna start with the mayonnaise. So yes, this is mayonnaise on corn, and it's delicious. All right, so we're just gonna brush it. Oh, we're just all full of the crema sprayed in Sandra's face. You
just for you
dropped
to know
the line.
that is not just me. Eh?
All right, I'm gonna put this back on real quick. All right, so I like a lot of mayonnaise on mine. I think it tastes really good. So I'm just gonna smother it with some mayonnaise. All right. All right, then I'm gonna go with some lime. You can be generous with this too. These are hard to squeeze. All right, try that. You're just gonna squeeze it all over. And then the final ingredient is this. My hands are so dirty. So my final ingredient is this spice, and it's called tajin. So this is like getting really popular these days and trendy, but it's always been a very Mexican spice and used a lot in meals here. It's really good on some jicama. It's really good on what else do we put tajin on? Cucumber,
Pineapple,
watermelon. It's just delicious with some fresh fruit. But we also put it on elote. So we're just gonna sprinkle this on. This feels like a brand new bottle. Sprinkle this on, and this is a really popular street food in Mexico. You can get it pretty much any time in Reynosa. You just leave, go right onto the street, and there will be a guy passing by on a bike with some corn. And they can really dress it up with cheese and with more spices and all sorts of different stuff. But this is how we prepare it here at David's house, and it is delicious. So we'll be eating a lot of this later, and that is how you prepare elote.
Good job.
Very good.
You're becoming an expert.
Well, I have made probably 200 elote at this house over the past several years. We're also going to share with you guys a little bit. I know if you've been tuning in with us this week, then you know kind of how our different programs are doing, but just kind of want to recap it for you guys and tell you how we're doing. As you know, one of our big programs that we developed this year was the grocery package program, and that has just been such a blessing to so many families. In 2020, we were actually able to give 1,600 grocery packages in Reynosa, Miguel Alemán, and in Monterey, which is about a few hours away from us, where we have a partnership with a Bible school over there. And it's hard to explain how much that means to a family, because if you can imagine, back almost a year ago now, when everything started and we were under quarantine and you couldn't go out, a lot of us went out and stocked up. And when you're living day to day, week to week, you don't have a ton of extra money laying around to go stock up. And then also on top of that, a lot of families lost their jobs. It just was a really difficult time. It's been a really difficult past 12 months, especially for a lot of families that were already living in poverty. So these grocery packages have been really, really helpful for all the families to be able to care for their family. We've also, obviously, as you saw this week, we've continued on with house construction. That was house one for 2021. right now, they are building house 1 in Miguel Alemán, and they are at the foundation of that house, right?
Yes, they
They're
are
doing the
about
foundation.
to pour the floor Saturday.
Yeah, so that's exciting. So we actually weren't able to build any houses in Miguel Alemán in 2020 because of everything that happened, but we're super excited to be able to start building there again. Plus, we have another 4 houses that are already funded and are lined up and ready to go with families. So if you guys, if your church, if you're not able to come down this year and you want to still fund a house, we are happy to do it. As you saw this past week, our staff is more than capable of building that house. Obviously, we'd love to have you here with us to build it, but in the meantime, when that's not possible, we'd be happy to provide a house for a family. We also saw this week the clinic is still up and running. They've been doing an excellent job of taking all the sanitary, all the safety precautions they need to, but still being able to treat all the people that still deal with diabetes, still deal with hypertension. Those things don't go away because we're in a pandemic. So it's really important for those people to still get their treatment. Are we trying the meat? Yeah. Speaking of food, our nutrition program has been doing awesome too. We've, you guys saw in the videos this week, I think it was on Tuesday, all the kids come in and they stand, socially distanced apart outside in the courtyard, and we get their meal to them and they pray together. A lot of times they sing together, they'll learn a Bible verse. So we've really enjoyed still having them come in, and we know they miss all of the groups that used to come and say hey to them at least one day during the week. We've also been able to keep giving out baby formula to moms for their babies, and that's been really important. Our scholarship program, as you know, schools are just a mess right now. It's been really hard on a lot of students to adapt to virtual learning, but they've been doing a great job at it, and a lot of it is thanks to all of our sponsors that help us to keep those. We have almost 200 students right now in our scholarship program, so it's really important for us to be able to keep supporting them even though they're not in class. And so as you saw in that video, we figured out a pretty good, effective, and socially distanced way to be able to get their scholarship payments to them. And that program has been doing great. What am I forgetting? Oh, the churches. The churches, you guys also saw in the video that our churches have been doing great too. They use platforms like we're using today, Facebook Live. You guys saw too that Carlos has a radio program that he's part of too, and that's able to get the message that he preaches on Sundays out to people who don't have internet and can't tune in on Facebook Live. So all of the programs have been able to keep running, and we've been able to keep serving the people, keep making a difference, even though it looks so different right now. Obviously, we can't have teams back right now, and we have our fingers crossed that that day comes really soon. But in the meantime, our staff is taking care of everyone, and we're looking out for the community and making sure that they have the help that they need. But we're really looking forward to having you back, mainly for this, mainly for the fellowship and just being alongside one another. We really do miss it a lot, and we know that all of you do. All of you guys do too. So that's our update.
Well,
how's the meat looking?
Oh, it's looking fantastic. It's looking really good. We want you here because when you're here, we cook every single week, and we need you back just to keep on grilling. And obviously, the families are struggling so much in Mexico. I mean, you can imagine the joy of having people and friends and coming and sharing with you and talking with you and working with you, and then you see a beautiful program like a house getting built. If you put on a side the deal that is a house that you're building, and you put the joy behind that, the miracle that is, you fill your heart with hope. And that's exactly what you're here for. You're here to show them the love of God, and in doing that, you show them hope, and you share with them hope. And it's hard for us to do it by yourself. We try our best, but when you are here, something starts clicking in their minds. Why you're here from? You could go anywhere in the world, but you are here with us, working and doing and helping. and it brings joy to them, and you are showing the love of God every time that you lay a block, or you share a meal with the nutrition program, or that you work with them at the clinic. And that's exactly why you need to come back and help us out with this. And I know you're eager to do that, and just going to take a little time for that. So thank you, Colleen, for giving us.
I'm gonna take this.
She's going to go and enjoy that while I'm working. You see, people say that I don't work hard. Just look at me. I'm working hard, or as hard as I can when it's food related. Next thing it will be the tostadas, famous tostadas. If you here, you have tried this many times, and once you try one, you cannot stop. Trust me. You want to eat several of them, and what it is just plain simple corn tortilla, and we get it easy because every corner here they have a tortilla plate that they made them fresh. You may have a hard time finding them fresh, but if you go and try, maybe there's somebody that makes them fresh and you can grill them, and all you have to do is just to put it on the grill, right, just straight on the grill.
Kathy says hi.
Hey, Kathy.
Phyllis.
Phyllis.
Phyllis. And Dave Stoltzfuss.
So good to see you guys here, and thank you so much for showing up and dealing with us and supporting us all the way. It's amazing to have friends like you that can be with us even at a distance. We feel that you are here with us every step of the way, and we cannot thank you enough for everything that you have done for us. And I know your friends miss you, and I know you miss us as well. And we just pray that things will go back to normal very, very soon, so you guys could be here. We are dying for having you here, and you need to be careful because it's really hot. Okay, Monster cheese. That's what it is. I always ask for them to cut it on the size 1.5. 2 is a little too much. 1 is too thin. So 1.5, and just put the tortilla. What you want to do is just put the tortilla one side, get it warm up, and then turn it around, and then just put the cheese there, and just forget about it for a little bit, and it's gonna be ready in no time. When you know that it's ready, it's gonna begin bubbling the cheese, and the corn tortilla is not gonna get burned like a flour tortilla will do on the grill. This will hold, and it will burn your cheese. And Phyllis may remember this, Phyllis Collins, because whenever she came, we were at Miguel Alemán, and I was trying to explain melted cheese, but I didn't know how to say it, so I say it's burned cheese, and she looked at me like, wait, what? Yeah, it was melted cheese, but I said it was burned cheese. I still make those mistakes on purpose, just because you guys need to have fun, right? So the beef is getting so good and ready, and the tostadas are gonna be ready in a minute. We just wanna, yeah, we need to control this fire, so bear with me. There you go.
Now you're just showing off.
It's just the charcoal that goes ballistic on us. So you can see the tostada, how it looks. So it's just boiling, it's burnt cheese. Right, Phyllis? We're wrapping up, and I'm so sorry about that. We have to eat. I wish you so sorry. I wish you'd be here with us, and I just want to say how much I appreciate you. Let me say something in Spanish for our friends in Mexico, amigos de México. No saben cómo les extrañamos y cómo les queremos, cómo les apreciamos. Nuestros compañeros de Berea que están trabajando con nosotros, les mandamos un fuerte saludo. Y nuestros amigos de todo México. Sabemos que las cosas son complicadas, pero Dios está con nosotros y esto va a funcionar. Dios mediante vamos a salir adelante todos juntos. I just want to say how much we appreciate you, how much we love you, and how much we thank you because the support that you're giving us is giving us the chance to react to all the needs that are happening right now in Mexico. When this crazy weather came, we were ready to get blankets and food and medication, and our staff went really ballistic on showing the love of God to everyone. But it's because we were ready to do it. Your support is helping us to do that. So thank you so much. Keep on sending blessings our way because we need to keep on showing the love of God. Keep on praying for us and know that we are praying for you as well. I know things are going to get back to normal, whatever that normal is, and we need to learn to appreciate what we have. I was not really appreciating, I was complaining so much when I was on pandemic with my internet and my heating and my food and my coffee every morning, and I was complaining about the pandemic effect on us. Whenever we went pandemic extreme, I begin to appreciate I take it back, Lord, right? Leave me with pandemic, with my internet and with my house and my heating and all that. I learned to appreciate the little joys that I have. Let's learn to appreciate what we have. Let's learn to love what we have. Let's learn to talk to our families. Let's learn to have and let's learn not to have. That's what the Bible is telling us. We need to enjoy this season somehow. And I know it's hard for so many families that have lost friends. I just lost a friend in Mexico, 49 years old, and he went really fast. And it hurts. But we have to keep on going in their honor. And we have to keep on showing the love of God to people that are in extreme need. So thank you so much. Thanks everyone that is being with us and supporting the ministry. Know that we love you and know that we're going to be here ready to work side by side whenever you come back here with us. So in the meantime, let's say hi to everyone that is here with us. Sandra, thank you for the dip. That's Alan over there. That's Luis in the back, coming back from school. Colleen, thank you so much for what you did. Say bye. You guys, we love you. Thank you for coming and doing this with us.